starting it off is the kind of like the theme, like with the song, "Go Tell It on the Mountain." It's like saying, like the song is, you can get used to it as in like, oh, it's just a song talking about Jesus, talking about his birth. But I think the first part is really important, as in where it says, "Go tell it." Like he's not saying like past tense, the like sheep, like or like the shepherds just they went and told. It's like go tell it, as in nowadays, go tell others about who Jesus is to you and what he's done in terms of his birth. And so that's something for us to be inspired about in Jesus' birth, to go and tell it. So with that, starting it off, it's just with the testimony. I just remember just like a couple of days back, me and my sister, we were going out shopping for, Christmas presents. Yeah. And we were going around, and then we went and we were like, what are we going to go eat? So we just basically were like, well, we're near Subway, so let's go, to go get some Subway. And going to Subway, we were going, like I was treating my sister, and there was a lady there who's like she was making a sandwich. But I noticed she seemed like really down. She looked really angry. And so I was like, this should be like an opportunity to to ask questions. So I was like, how's your holiday going? What's going on, and how are you doing? And she basically gave me like this response, I'm here, I've got to work, I've been working all through the week, I've got stuff to do. And so I like that she had that honesty to give me how she felt in terms of, because then I could tell where to kind of lead or where to go. Because the Lord wants to take us from where we're at to something new. Amen. So while we were there, I got that sense that she was just down. She's at work, and I knew I was about to go to work, and I get bogged down. So I was just wondering what her plans were for the holidays. What she planned on doing. She said that she was going to go spend time with her family, and that she said she didn't really like her family, or that usually there's arguments and stuff. But I just wanted to at that point I was I wanted to encourage her that, well, at least you have Christmas Day off, and that I just hope that you have a Merry Christmas, that you have a happy happy holidays, and that and I got her name. Her name was Amber, and that let her know that we're praying for her. Yes. And when I got her name, she actually smiled at the end, and that was something that I feel is an inspiration for in terms of what what this Christmas season is. Right. In that it's spreading that cheer to people that we meet, and knowing that Jesus loves them and Jesus cares for them. Because at one point we were lost, and then Jesus' birth came and changed our whole perspective. Amen. And so, just with that in perspective, it just really brightened my day to see that her day was going in a positive direction. Yeah. To see that she was filled with joy, and to see that there was a connection where it's community, where community is meeting people around us, where in Jesus' community, there were the shepherds that were there, and they were around that area, and God told his angels to go tell the shepherds, hey, go over to where my son's being born, and to give them joy to know that salvation is coming. And so with that, also, I just want to say that it's important for us to know that we have to ask questions in order to go tell it on the mountain. We have to ask questions, and God puts a call on our hearts to ask questions, as in we're not, I think an important message is that we're not called as Christians to assume that people, are Christians, or that they celebrate Christmas, or to assume Merry Christmas can really, inspire people's day or to encourage them. But I think God's called us to ask questions as in, do you celebrate Christmas? Why don't you? And then so that we can, or why do you? So that we can introduce that, lead up to the gospel. Yes. So that we can, maneuver. And even if they don't, happy holidays, we hope that you get to know Jesus, and hope that they, go into that. And that Christianity is something that's deeper than just assuming, that it's, understanding who people are, getting connected with community, and knowing where they're at, and loving people where they're at.